check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Pero usually, nagpapahaba ka ng bench mo and probably a matchup wherein kung saan papasok yung bigs ng kabilang koponan. But talk about Highlghts and his stellar play was outstanding in the overtime period in that playing game against Ilagan. Had 8 of the 12 points, his 12 points, and finishes as the best player. Opens up this game with a 3-pointer.
Has not really shot the ball well throughout the season, Highlghts.
That's true, but
It's the playoffs.
in that game in Ilagan or in Pangasinan versus Ilagan before overtime, I remember him having a similar shot, pretty much the same spot na malayo, no, to a crucial basket to extend the Nueva Ecija.
Mabulak gives it up to Bong Galanza. Galanza rising up, puts in that jumper over John Wilson. JP Calvo and John Wilson, and so far they've been undefeated with that lineup. Robbie Celis left it short. What a rebound inside by MJI.
Defending the post and defending off ball. That cut by Ayay and Wilson. Now Gabo with the attack on the other end.
Using the rim as protection.
Tailing behind the screen. Wasn't in front to bother the shot but was behind. I mean, minsan nakaka-bother din yung kanya. Alam mo yung nasa likod mo. Ito, challenge ni Robbie Celis pero walang problema para kay Napoles. Yan in Napoles. Mabulak can do a little bit of that also even at the 5. Is Galianza off the screen.
Gabo, titira sa tres. Gets that one to go. Second three from Hesed Gabo.
He knew that was going kabila.
Celis, pasa palabas kay JV Marcelino. Na kay MJ Ayay, shot fake. Banking it in. Nice shot from the former LPU Pirate. First stab. Under 4 minutes left in the first. JC to MJ. Now it's with Manaytay. Face-up jumper. Pabandang tira. Papasok yan. JC to JV. Macaloni providing the pick. JV Marcelino swishes in that jumper.
Immediately punishes Sia and they force a turnover. Marcelino partially blocked, I believe.
Robles sa loob. Nakabingwit ng foul. And Billy Robles, last time that they played here in Palayan City, he came up big with a double-double performance.
Was that Basilan?
No.
Yeah.
Yung Pangasinan Nueva Ecija din.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? Remember the very first game
Yeah, which
of Coach Gerson?
which happened April 20 last year pa. Okay.
Naalala ko lang.
Season defense.
Tres kay JV. Nueva Ecija with a lead, 15-14.
But
Masyadong malakas, Bulanadi will push it. But great transition defense by Nueva Ecija. Bulanadi though, forcing it up and in.
it doesn't take much time for the glass.
Pangasinan still sticking with that zone and they force a turnover. Vic Manuel, pinanda rin from the left side. Manuel with his first 2. Lencio. Oh, what a getaway. JC, hang time, no. Ahead is Vic Manuel, still enough time for the Heat Waves, and Manuel will lay it up and in.
And that was poor clock. Has always been, especially Don Dulay, been in the playoffs. It feels like Gerson has always been in the playoffs, although we mentioned that brings me back to my point earlier. That's why it was a log jam from the top to the bottom as you see that shot. Nothing but as you at stake playoffs na to. More stakes here and itong grupong to, tingnan natin, Robbie Celis pinasok na ulit as a part of the first group.
5-point lead. Maguliano sa bandang itaas. Umikot, nandun pa rin sa harap si Robbie Celis. Pull-up jumper is pure from Ian Melencio.
By JC Marcelino. Not too good that time. That was a simple get option. Macaloni, same thing.
Feed back down to 5. Melencio to Manuel. Catch and shoot free. It's good. Sa ilalim, well, Macaloni powers through. Maguliano is on the deck. He's holding on to this head. Seems like he got hit prior to that basket by Will Macaloni. What about that move though by
Vic won well with this matchup, but Marcelino literally went through between the legs, pero you know, tinamaan sa mukha, no? By Robles, I believe.
Yeah.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no foul, resulting in a jump ball. Possession arrow.
Successful challenge from Coach Gerson. No foul against Pagsanhan. They were part of that team, the only number 7 seed team to get past the first round in the Mpbl playoffs. As Jay Collado right on cue scores. And a bonus free throw coming up after they beat Makati in the first round.
I was about to say, yeah, I was about to ask kung anong seed as you see this shot fake and the foul eventually by Makati. Anong seeding ng Quezon City nun?
Number 7.
7, right?
Against... And they bowed out to San Juan eventually in the division semifinals. MJ Ayala drills in a free. The lead is down to 30.
7 points for him. Perfect from the field. So far is MJ. Collado, hindi magpapahuli. Perfect also.
Under 2 minutes left in the second period. Bounce pass. Villarias on courts. Another free. And he hits it.
I thought that with his second 3.
Two teams not really known for their outside shooting, but have been fight apiece. Make that 6 3-point shots. Sorry, that's a long 2-point shot rather. Now they're facing against a pretty determined Pangasinan Heat Wave squad. Celis nakalusot sa ilalim. 2 points plus the foul.
Line, as you see this pass by Manaytay after that ball screen action that happened on the left side, nag-switch kaya maliit yung bantay ni Manaytay, which means he could look over the Celis will not complete the
Waves, abante dito ng 3. Victoria drives baseline, high off the glass and in.
got blocked. Was Bulanati has a chance to close the quarter strong.
Woo! The Ilonggo Superman taking flight to end the second period.
That ability to switch. So if you're Nueva Ecija, especially if it's a switch on the 5, you gotta punish them inside.
JP Maguliano straight to the cup. Inserted here in the lineup to begin the third period for Pangasinan. By the way, JC Marcelino scoreless in the first half. Is tightly guarded here by Pagsanhan. He does not even catch the basketball. JV tries a free. It will not work. Mabulak with a rebound. Pagsanhan and Maguliano starting for Victoria and Napoles here in the third. A heavy collision down low. Will Macaloni. Off that double pin down. Galanza. Bounce pass, backdoor, nicely done there. Pagsanhan scores.
Good action off the ball.
Came up with new sets as we know him to really stick with his old styles. Obviously, still very emotional about his work. He has
The utmost preparation, the details to a T.
Right.
And so far, they've executed it almost to perfection. Mike
And I think one thing that has been evident aside from that is he's been self-motivated, regardless of what position his team is in. Nasa taas o nasa baba. As you see a score inside by Nueva Ecija. And allow me to correct myself, no? Because the free throws has combined for both teams.
Ayaay whips it to JC. Mocon inserted here, knocks down a big free.
Diretso pagkatapos ng bitaw eh.
Hit by Galanza, it ends up with JP Maguliano.
Post na yan, si JB.
JP nakatakas.
He will succeed. The JB just like after.
T has had a couple of missed defensive assignments. Manaytay strokes in a free, his second triple of the ball game, and the lead is down to 5. Mocon off the bounce, pulls up from the free throw line, and it's good. Celis sa bandang itaas.
They drop into a zone, which
JC
opens up the
Abuelo.
drive.
Did not like that last
Free fall, almost a three-point play. And maybe this could get him going, no? First free throw as
against Christian Manaytay. The muscle man going to work. Manaytay and Macaloni together on the front court. Nice pass by JC. Macaloni scores underneath. For Nueva Ecija already with 9. Melencio creating space and gets the basket.
How about that? A dozen, but 2 misses at point blank, really. Makeable shots by Napoles.
Nicely done. Robles.
6 na lamang.
Napoles sa loob. May foul.
Napoles.
Free throws have been kind for Pangasinan. Ready as 6 here in the third period.
Well, it's been the story of the third. Agaw ang naging katumbas.
Steal. Macaloni. Derecho. Puts it in. Plus a foul.
A poor foul by Vic. He was right in front of Macaloni. He could have just held his ground, pero hindi, sumundot pa siya, no?
Yeah.
Mabigat pa doon. 3-point play pa.
Bounce perfect from the field.
Off the bench.
And nails the peel. It's a foul.
Off the ball.
And Pangasinan. Melencio. Mintes ang Pangasinan. Calvo. Pass inside. Robles has been a huge part.
Defense than the man. Since you're guarding area, everybody has to be on a string at his caliber.
Pangasinan.
Allowed their defense to set up. Ngayon, they're gonna change their defense.
5 seconds remaining in the third. Victoria kicks out to Melencio, pulling up, puts it in at the buzzer. But still, Pangasinan protecting this 8-point lead. Bulanani up and under, bagsak siya doon at may foul na tinawag.
And even to start the fourth, that could be much better. But Alin Bolinadi per day, it's just too many.
Even the season alone has produced a lot of miles.
And we're in the fourth quarter already.
Robles, bounce pass sa ilalim. Macaloni nawala sa kanyang bola. Manuel in transition. Nice pass. Victoria extends.
Late. It's just who Don Dulay is. As Pagsanhan will get the easiest basket of his playoff career here in this.
Continue to pour on the heat. Pagsanhan escaping with that layup in transition.
Celis could have been fouled right there on the jumper. Was Marcelino, no call. Pero babalik dito ang Pangasinan. Tangled up between the two. Pagsanhan and Marcelino. Sila rin yung involved dun sa kabila. Off the ball nangyari yun, no? Right here.
There we go. For taking a foul inside the restricted area. Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no technical foul.
A successful challenge from Coach Gerson.
So here's the contact of the ball. right there. Got tangled up yung kaliwang kamay ni Marcelino at yung kanan, the right arm of Pangasinan. Pangasinan falls down. Marcelino tumbles. Is still in it.
Yeah. JC Manaytay puts in his third triple of the ball game.
Prior, it was pretty much the same action. They'll double drag. Nakapasok si Marcelino, pero ito, nakapalpal siya.
Oh, but a foul. JC tagged with a foul. Pagsanha. Let's see. Ooh, I don't know.
That's not an unsportsmanlike foul, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Well, clearly a foul, though.
yeah, it is a foul. But then sportsmanlike? Yeah, definitely not. JC Marcelino though, just 4 points, 1 out of 9 from the field. From that, sa baseline angle, mukhang malinis eh. Pero if you look at the other angle,
Tinamaan sa ulo.
Tinamaan sa ulo.
Oo, tinamaan sa ulo.
Sir Bong Cuevas and Ma'am Ryan Cuevas now standing. And Anovo Ezijanos, even though Pangasinan hasn't.
In terms of their game plan, I think it's clear that they don't want to settle. You know, we kept mentioning the free throw story, but this one,
A big time free. 1. Mabulak silence.
Mike Mabulak, a veteran in this league, silences the crowd with that move.
JC missing point blank. Oh, a pushing foul. Only a technical foul.
Here's the shot. There, off the defensive rebound. All I can say.
Ball with 9 on the shot clock. They go to Vic Manuel. Dapat kay Manaytay. Manuel again turns around and scores. 21 out of 30 from the line. 70%. JC. Bounce pass. Macaloni. Point blank. Part of the fourth.
Look at this pass by Marcelino, even in a tight space.
At the post. Manuel. Pumikot. Gets the friendly bounce.
The other side, the left block.
Macaloni with his 15-point. Baba sa 6 ang lamang. JC goes up strong and draws a foul against Harvey Pagsanhan.
Marcelino gets fouled. Stops the clock, which favors them as they
See, it's been quite a struggle. Only 1 out of 10 from the field. And JC Marcelino will pull up for free. Off the heel. Sen is there to clean it up. Lead is down to 3. They reset their offense. Mocon pulling up from the free throw line and he puts it in. Lead is down to 1.
Gutsy shot by Moko. We talked about him staying ready as soon as he came in. He hits a few shots in the third quarter after not seeing action in the first half. Robbie Selly
Led since the tail end of the first quarter. Manuel. Macaloni on him. Manuel makes his move and he puts it in. Big time players make big time plays. How about the muscle man?
You're just gonna love the focus of Vic Manuel. Got subbed out after that turnover, if you remember. And then in an important possession, he gets back in. It was determined. He wanted the basketball. Makes an up and under. He used that big right hand of his for that money.
JC Marcelino against Michael Mabulak. He attacks. Almost got it in the ball game.
They got Mabulak on the switch once again, and Marcelino all the way to the basket. A little bit out of control, but there was definitely contact for him to earn his way at the stripe.
Nueva Ecija as a team, 8 out of 18. Ooh. Only 6 points. But a crucial free throw. But Coach Don wants to foul. Coach Don Dulay wants to foul. And they do give it, but a lot of time.
Game clock with one more timeout, you could afford to get that stop as long as you secure the defensive rebound. But without a timeout, you're
Calmly.
pointer to tie the game, or do you play the free throw game?
Marcelino. Nueva Ecija down by 3. JC the crossover, pulls up for 3. Way off. Putback is gone for Macaloni. 4.5 seconds remaining. Foul quickly here.
Well, here's the thing. Pangasinan, kung ano man ang press break nyo rito at wala kayong mapasahan, the other court with 4.5 seconds.
Cabo receives it, gets fouled. 3.9 seconds remaining on the game clock. Cabo, first free throw. Oh, he misses! Cabo, second shot. He intentionally misses it. Robbie Salas with the rebound. A chance here. Villarias puts it up. No! Pangasinan survives! What a victory on the road for Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
Hiningi sa'yo ni Coach Gerson, sabi ko kanina magpakondisyon. Pinakita mo yon ngayong gabi. Grabe yung focus mo, humahabol ka sa bola. Lahat ng matchup na tinapat sa'yo, challenge mo. Kumusta ka ngayong gabi?
Yun, medyo nakakapagod. Sobrang bibigat ng bigs ng Nueva Ecija. Ang hirap din nila kalaban. So yun, sa endgame, ano lang kami, composure lang. So yun, kung ano yung pinagawa ni Coach, yung mga play na pinaparan niya, niran lang namin, yun, na-execute naman namin ng tama.